Sometimes if I screw up one thing, then I use it as kind of like an excuse to screw up every other thing. It's almost like it sets my brain to be like, oh, the rest of the day you don't have to give your best. I find it very hard to, in that moment where I look at my clock and realize I'm not going to go to the gym before work, to just say, okay, that doesn't matter. From here on out, do everything the way you think you're supposed to anyways. I'm like all or nothing. It's a real problem.
One misstep along your personal development path can feel small, but all or nothing thinking rarely stops there. It can lead to lost momentum, discipline, and puts the future that you say you want at risk.
Like, you're at that age where people would just like let life be and they wouldn't take control of it. Next you know, they're in a really bad spot.
It can happen real quick, dude.
It can happen. It does happen.
I feel myself at a crossroads right now where I'm like, if I just continue being asleep at the wheel, I'm gonna be middle class forever. I'm gonna have like debt forever. And I'm like, my parents did way too much. I care about my girl way too much. All of this, like, to just be passive.
So what do we do to like kind of approach that? Like, how do we solve for that?
To me, I feel like it's about momentum.
Now it's time to find out how Alejandro plans to stop one slip from becoming a lifestyle and to break his all or nothing thinking. So let's dive in.
Welcome to this episode's Best Path Forward, where we talk about personal development tools that we use to find the best path forward and hit our goals. Today, I'm joined by Alejandro.
What's good?
You tell me what's good. You're excited.
The fucking Buckeyes, man.
What about the Buckeyes?
The #1 ranked.
You got to fix your shirt a little bit, man, so people can see it.
World famous.
World famous.
According to Gus Johnson, world famous.
Who is Gus Johnson?
Defending national champions.
All right, so what is a national champion?
This is not what we're...
I don't know. What's a national champion?
You win the college football playoff.
Yeah, but I hear people get more upset that they lost in Michigan.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? I talked to my
Dog,
friends.
I was at that game.
Oh.
Fucking sick shit, dude. It was fuck. Wait, am I allowed to swear on this?
You already did like 4 times. Let's just see what happens.
No, like, is it actually supposed to be family friendly?
No.
So I'm allowed to.
You already did. I would have been like,
Well, you
don't
could have edited it out.
Why would I edit it out?
Okay. No, dude, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was like the last Ryan Day defender among my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was always the guy saying, like, you guys are crazy. He's held a ridiculous standard. And then I was at that game and, like, watching him fight on the field after. I sold. I was like, nah, you gotta go. It's over. It's done. And I sold at the last second. And then they just ran up a run in the playoffs. It was crazy.
Yeah. You know, had they beat Michigan, we would not be national champions.
And it's interesting. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like people aren't tuned into this. I could talk about college football for the whole hour, but I feel like people probably aren't tuned in for that.
To college football?
Well, to this podcast for college football.
Hey, they're tuned into wherever you're tuned into. It's not about me. It's about you and your story.
Why don't you watch college football? What do you do with your time? Like, what do you do on a Saturday in the fall? What's your Saturday in the fall look like?
It usually revolves around if Ohio State or Florida State are playing.
So you do watch college football. You just talk
I'm
about
not like one of those people like knows every position, every player. Like, I don't know.
That's like me.
Like, I didn't know who our quarterback was. I don't know who our running backs are.
That's like me in the NFL. I'm just a complete casual.
So, Alejandro, you said that the Ohio State University Buckeyes are world famous. You've traveled the world before.
Yeah.
And you wear Ohio State stuff when you go over there?
I didn't say it. Gus Johnson said it.
Well, has anyone ever done like an OHT internationally?
No. You know what? I went to Italy and
Yeah.
rocked the Buckeye shit ever. I did not see it. I see it all over the country, but I did not get one in Italy, and I was pretty sick about it.
Yeah, that is sad. What's it in Italy?
So essentially, I was supposed to take a trip with my fiance and her grandparents to London, but then we had some issues in the family and we ended up canceling that trip. And then we had a flight credit and her grandparents ended up using theirs to go to a vacation home they own. So I decided, let's go to Naples. And dude, trip of a lifetime, man. It was just unbelievable. Like we probably couldn't afford it like ourselves, but like once you have the flight ticket, it's like, you know, you got like a free flight of like $1 grand, like you might as well go to Europe. And she'd never been, and dude, it was unbelievable. I love that place.
So what is there to do in Napoli?
Oh, dude, just like be by the water, eat pizza where it was invented, like drink wine, like it's so simple. Go to the Amalfi Coast, go visit, like we saw Pompeii, which was cool. Spent a day in Rome, which is actually kind of like low-key the worst day because it's just so touristy. I don't know. How was Cabo? I've never been to Cabo.
Yeah, I went to Cabo. It was fantastic. I didn't like see Cabo. I just went to the resort and leave the resort.
That's the best, man. Those all inclusives in Mexico.
You've been before?
Not to Cabo, but my family's like favorite trips were vacations at all inclusives in Cancun. It makes me sound like I really came from money. Like we had good money, but like I wasn't rich or anything. But that was just like their favorite like thing is like take us to an all inclusive in Mexico.
Will your family take me to an all inclusive with them?
And hang out with you. They're not gonna pay for you.
Why not? They pay for you. Do they pay for your girlfriend?
No, but because we haven't been there with her. I want to take her.
All right. Wait, you got engaged recently.
It's not even that recent anymore, dude. It's over a year
You
ago.
keep calling your girlfriend. That's your fiance. She's gonna get mad at you.
She does get mad at me for that. Actually,
Yeah, she's gonna see this and get pissed.
she does do that. I don't know. To me, she's always my girlfriend.
That's good. So how'd you guys meet?
That's for my Buckeyes out there at Ugly Tuna Saloon on Chittenden Ave. So I lived on Chittenden, so I walked down the street, met her, and the rest is history. It was literally just a random Thursday night, and it's like an Ohio State love story, I guess. They got, they had this. I don't know if they do it anymore, inflation and all, but they had this thing called Ugly Hour from 7 to 10. Every drink you would wanted was $1.
What?
Yeah, it was a great time.
Like even like mixed drinks?
Yeah, like Wells, like shitty rum and cokes.
I mean, you're mixing it with Coke or pop or whatever you Midwestern people call it.
Your thing is you have a Buckeye leaf there, dude. You can't say that.
I can't say
You
that.
live in Columbus, Ohio. You can't say you Midwestern people.
Am I a Midwestern person now? I guess I kind of am.
I was born in Venezuela, but I lived here for 20 years. I'm from the great Midwest.
Wait, you're born in Venezuela?
Yes.
Dude.
Yes.
I like how you wait to take a sip because you know that's so fascinating. So
I'm from Venezuela. I moved here when I was a year-old.
a 1 year old?
Yeah.
Have you been back since?
Not since I was a kid. You know,
When was the last time you were in Venezuela?
I don't know. I was a kid, like maybe like 9, 10 years old. I can't remember.
You don't remember anything about Venezuela? I guess you were one.
No, I remember that. I remember like images. I remember like my grandmother's house, like the way everything was set up. Like, there's like this hole in the wall shop we used to go to. Like, I think if I went back, I would feel at home. Like, I remember the airport, but I don't know. I was just a kid. I didn't really know any better.
All right. So what brought you guys to the States?
My dad worked for Procter and Gamble in Venezuela. He apparently went on like an assignment to Cincinnati because that's where they're headquartered. And then they basically told him like, "Hey, your group back home." From what he told me, he's like, "Your group back home's been disbanded. We can offer you a position to stay here in Cincinnati." And he saw the way things were going with all the political turmoil. Like, we don't have to really get into all that, but basically, he saw the way things were going in Venezuela, made the decision to move to the States. So I grew up in Cincinnati, and then that's what led me going to Ohio State.
All right. So there's a big debate about what's the best city in Ohio. You hear from Cleveland, you hear from Cincinnati, you hear about Columbus. There's a lot of other cities, but like those are like the big three people talk about a whole lot. So you have experience with Cincinnati and you have experience with Columbus. Which one reigns supreme?
I think Columbus is well, I don't know. See, like Cincinnati's like cooler to me. It's like it's more unique. It's got more of like a character, but it also feels like a city that was like big and like it is like the population's like the economy. It's like it's not a growing city like Columbus is, and so I would say it feels like a city that like it's too big for how many people are in it now, and like the crime's not good and all that. But I love Cincinnati. It's got such a character, especially going out to like a Reds game or an FCC game. Like love it, but I feel like I would rather live in Columbus like every day of the week.
So Alejandro, I have a question to ask you, among many.
Mm-hmm.
What's your story?
Oh, I don't know. A story? It wouldn't be a very entertaining one.
I don't know. I'm curious to hear about it.
See, I don't like this. It's like I don't like to big myself. I guess I'm the son, 2 chemical engineers who met in Venezuela, studied chemical engineering. Grandfather was a chemical engineer, so was my grandmother. Like it just runs in the family. And I, in a roundabout way, actually end up studying chemical engineering. So like I'm the like most firstborn child ever of firstborn childs. And I feel like a kid who just grew up and good things happened to me. Like I don't know. It's like I said, it's a boring life. Like I come from parents who were smart, who worked hard, taught me good values. I was pretty good in school. I got a full ride to Ohio State. Like almost completely lost it, which was funny. Not really, but it was funny. And it's funny looking back. It wasn't funny in the moment. The pandemic kind of saved me there. But anyways, I'm off on a tangent. But I just think I'm blessed, dude. I'm lucky above anything. I feel like I'm a kid to really hardworking parents who sacrificed a lot to get me where I am, and I've just kind of done what I feel like I'm supposed to, and I've gotten very lucky. Like I met the love of my life young, like completely. I feel like I backed into like a really good job. Like I love my job. Didn't even know it existed when I got it. Doesn't have a ton to do with my major. Yeah, I would just say I'm a pretty lucky and blessed guy. Just happy to be here.
One, thank you for sharing. Congratulations on the full ride to Ohio State
That was pretty
University.
cool.
I bet it is very cool.
That was pretty cool.
I'm super curious though. You say you almost lost it. What does that mean?
So you have to. I got a moral scholarship through Moral Scholars, and you have to keep above a 3.0 GPA, and they start tracking that at the end of your sophomore year. Truth be told, like I don't think I realized the value of your parents just being there. Like my parents were never helicopter parents, but there's something to just like your dad randomly checking in on you, like how you doing in school, like your parents being there. Whereas like I feel like you probably remember this, like how did you feel like the first day they dropped you off, or not they dropped you? Like how did you feel the first day at college where you were just on your own? And do you remember that?
Well, because I'm so old, I can't remember it. That's messed up, man. Yeah, I'm old. So I got dropped off in college in what? 2004, the fall of 2004. So I went to Florida State, and I was in Smith Hall.
Huh.
And I didn't feel much difference. It was like, okay, I had school to go to now.
You didn't feel different at all?
No, it was just like I had a roommate, which was weird at first.
I still remember being there and they left, and I'm just sitting there, big time pothead. I have this like dab pen in my hand. Me and my roommate Calvin were there, and I'm just like, I can do what I want now. I think it was like a Friday or something. I'm just sitting here, and I'm like, I can do whatever I want right now. Like I don't have to check in with nobody. I can get high right now if I want. Like 2 p.m. No one's gonna stop me. Like I'd skip labs. I took BC Calc. I took AP Chemistry, all this stuff, senior year of high school. And then I go and I retake those classes. I don't even try to get the credit because I was like, I don't want to really, I've always been big on like, I don't think getting ahead in school is all that advantageous. As long as you're blessed enough to have like my parents paying for it. Like it's different if you are getting ahead in school to be done faster because you're paying for it. That's different. But I've always thought like if you're going to go the traditional 4 years, like what's the point of retaking a class? Because you're going to swim too far in the deep end and like kind of drown. So I retook the classes. I got like a C+ in Gen Chem. I got like a B- in Calc. That was the second time taking the class. Like I don't know. I was going out. I was just being an idiot. Like I'm living by myself for the first time. So flash forward, end of sophomore year, I have to have above a 3 GPA. I'm trending below that. And then COVID happens. And basically Ohio State is like, yeah, you can pass fail. And I ended up pass failing most of my classes because it was just a crapshoot. And my semester, at the end of the semester, my cumulative GPA was 3.002.
Let's go.
So I'm 0.002 above the benchmark. So I could have lost my scholarship.
So let me ask you this.
Would not have been good.
You sounded like you went to high school. Sounds like you got very good grades in high school.
Yeah. I was a top 25 kid. 29th in my class, but I still got it. It was close enough.
That's close enough. And then, like, I don't think your situation is unique. And you keep calling yourself an idiot, but I don't think that's a fair statement to say. I mean, you go
I
out
don't
to
think I'm
college.
like an idiot compared to others. I think generally in that situation, you're going to be an idiot.
Yeah, I agree with you. But is that really being idiotic?
I think so. But I mean, it's like a thing in life where, like, do you look back at yourself like 3 years from today and you're like, I'm an idiot? I was an idiot then?
I will say I would have done things that I'm not like super proud of, but I think that's the whole point of like growth things. I'm not sure if I've done things I'm like, man, I'm just an idiot there. I mean, there are people that do idiotic things. I don't think,
Yeah, it might just be how I use language. Probably. Like, we might be describing the same thing, like, differently.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean when I say that. Like, clearly I'm an idiot for skipping class and, like, getting drunk on a Thursday when I had a lab report to do. Like, those are dumb things to do. I should have handled them and then done that.
Well,
But, like, I don't know. I don't think I like ruined my life doing that. I think that's just like what you are. Like as a college freshman, you're an idiot.
So
But that's like the point of college, just to kind of learn how to be an adult under a safety net. To me, that's what
you had a great safety net, I mean, because
Yeah, no, it's blessed to have
that. So a lot of that kind of disappears when you graduate, and it sounds like you currently work in chemical engineering. So
not exactly. I work in food engineering.
You work in food engineering. What the hell is food engineering?
Making food products. So like I work for Abbott. So like Pedialyte, Similac, the baby formula, like Ensure, like you've heard of these things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like making that's food engineering. When I was in school, I thought food engineering was like working on a farm.
I did too. I still think that, but now
I know it's kind of funny. Like I now work with people who are food engineers, and I was like, oh, y'all studied this?
yeah, making baby formula is wild.
Yeah, I make sure it's sterile. That's my job,
What does that mean?
so that a baby drinks it, it won't kill them.
Oh, that's
Like you know how you leave milk on the counter overnight and it spoils.
yeah.
Well, think about it. Like the Similac on the baby on the shelf at the store, it doesn't spoil. You ever think about that?
Oh, I don't buy baby. I don't have any kids.
Okay, so like you know Premier Protein.
Yeah,
That's pretty much milk. Why doesn't it spoil? You ever think about that?
it's not liquid.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, is it?
Premier Protein, like the drink.
Oh, the drinks. I thought you meant
Like you know, like
powder.
protein shakes that you can like just crack open and drink.
Yeah. Why
They don't have to be refrigerated.
Yeah,
You ever think about that?
I am now.
That's the job I do.
So what do you put in it to prevent it from spoiling?
No, you don't put anything in. You cook the shit out of it, essentially.
Oh, you cook it.
Yeah, that thing gets heated up to like 260 degrees for like 4 minutes, or like 280 for like 10 seconds. Renders it commercially like shelf stable. That's what I do.
For how long?
In theory, like forever, but like some things like vitamins and things like this might degrade. So that's why you get like a 12-month shelf life, because like they'll test like the vitamins out, and it's like if you drink this at 11 months, it still has all the vitamins that we claim. But like in theory, like as long as that seal on top, it's called a hermetic seal, nothing gets in, nothing gets out. In theory, that should be good forever. Well, not forever, but like
A long time.
you could drink and Ensure like 7 years after they made it, and as long as that seal's good, it's good.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's you basically cook the crap out of it, and you really, really, really control the systems that do it, because if any little thing goes wrong, that's like it can be a problem. So like that's what I do.
Make sure there's no problems there.
Yeah, essentially test the systems, evaluate when there are problems. We can still clear them and be like, nah, this is still good. It's like if you're cooking a pizza and it's like it says cook it for 14 minutes and you cook it for 13:55, like it's still probably fine.
Yeah, I like undercooked pizza a little bit.
You do?
Yeah,
Like doughy shit?
a little bit. Has a little more chew to it.
I'm the other way. I like it well done. I like
So you like
crispy
burnt
crust.
pizza?
Not burnt. I said well done. I like a
Well
crispy-
done is might as well be burned at that point. How do you take your
Dog.
steaks? Well done.
No, medium rare.
All right, about to say I was about to kick you out of here. So Alejandro, you went from kind of barely keeping on and holding on to your scholarship while at Ohio State University to now being responsible for making sure that babies don't get poisoned and that the people that work out protein drinks don't make them puke and
And
everything.
that people at hospitals don't get messed up. Yeah, it's crazy.
It is awesome though, isn't it?
It's a really cool job. I didn't know it existed. Not to get into too technical details, but like there's basically two ways you can do it. Like you ever hear of a pressure cooker?
Yeah.
So like imagine a pressure cooker like the size of like 3 of these rooms.
Okay.
So like, and you have like, imagine like 4 baskets that are full of bottles of Ensure, for example, or any other protein drink. That's called a retort. And then basically close it, and it's a massive pressure cooker. They all get cooked and then they come out. And then there's another one where you sterilize the product, you sterilize the package, and you bring them together in a sterile environment. And that's called aseptics. Basically, I work mainly on the retorts. And it's funny, I got hired, I didn't even know what one of those was. Which I tell people that they're like, I'm like, yeah, I work for like what's called a process authority, and I work for that, and I didn't even know what that was. And they all laugh at that, but like, yeah, I didn't even know what it was. I was just interning at Abbott at the time. Job opens up right as I'm graduating. Like this is what I'm saying. I feel like I'm a guy who's just like lucked into things. But there's another part of my brain that's like, no, that's not true. You were in the right place at the right time, but you were ready. Like you had your shit together. Like if I was a nobody that night I went to the bar, I met my fiance, she probably wouldn't have liked me if I was a nobody. So I was at least somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little dialogue I have in my brain. But like,
So Alejandro, you keep saying like this whole luck thing, but like you put yourself in a position by going to the school and the education to kind of get to where you are. Like Abbott's not going to hire someone if they don't have like your
Yeah.
education background. Just like you said, your fiance probably wouldn't date you for what you call quote unquote nobody. Like you're driven, and I just think it's fascinating. So why do you kind of see yourself as someone that's not kind of deserving of this stuff?
I don't think I work as hard as I could. So I think I leave meat on the bone.
Do you
Best
think
way
you
to
do
put
that
it.
on purpose?
No, I mean, well, like, what do you mean on purpose?
Like you're making a conscious decision to not push yourself harder?
I wouldn't say I'm deciding not to. I guess you could say I indirectly am, but it's just like discipline, just laziness. Like, have I gone to work? Really hope my boss doesn't watch this. Have I gone to work and given the best I can? Well, actually, no. He did tell me one time that he actually thought that I don't give all I can. So if he watches this, then he would agree with me. I don't think since I got the job, every single day I've worked to like my fullest potential. I think sometimes it's human condition, but like some days you work harder than others, and like it's that whole thing about consistency though. Like I think sometimes like I'm a bit of a perfectionist where like if I get in, I go to the gym, see you in the morning, get my work in like I planned, like get back, go to work, like work hard. I got a meal prep from the day before, like dude, I can work, and but sometimes like if I sleep in, I get to work, I'm sluggish at work. Before you know it, it's lunchtime. Haven't really got much done because I'm just behind. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't say mail it in, but just like, I think I have a bit of perfectionist about me where like, let's say I oversleep and miss the gym in the morning. Like, it's almost like it sets my brain to be like, oh, the rest of the day you don't have to give your best. I find it very hard to, in that moment where I look at my clock and realize I'm not going to go to the gym before work, to just say, okay, that doesn't matter. From here on out, do everything the way you think you're supposed to anyways. Sometimes if I screw up one thing, then I use it as kind of like an excuse to screw up every other thing.
I think perfection is tough. Perfection is tough. And I remember one of the earliest conversations, you got COVID over there? You all right?
Yeah.
Coughing up lungs, trying to rub the chest. You all right? Need some water? It's not water. It's fine. Look how happy he is. One of the first times I've ever met you kind of blew my mind with the whole stoicism thing. And so I think it's interesting too, like where you kind of like, everyone has like this knowledge in them, right? Mind you, I slack off sometimes too.
Doesn't seem like it, dude. You're in the gym every day.
Yeah, but like that's just like showing up and being there. Like sometimes I'm like, I could be lifting more weights. I could be doing more stuff.
That's what I got to get better at.
Which part? Lifting weights?
The showing up, and I could be doing more, but I'm still here. That's the part I got to get better at.
So
I'm like all or nothing. It's a real problem.
I mean, it's not a problem. It's just something you raise awareness to for yourself.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a problem to be solved.
A problem to be solved. So how do we solve the approach where like my buddy Curtis, did you know that there's 86,500 seconds in a day?
No, I didn't know.
I thought you were doing the math. I was like, I hope I'm right here. I think it sounds about right. But like, if you have like, how long do you spend in the gym? Like an hour?
Yeah.
60 minutes?
Yeah.
Was that 3,600 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like that 3,600 seconds, like if you don't do that, you're letting it impact that other 80,000 plus.
Oh, it's absurd.
It's absurd, isn't it?
I know it's absurd.
Yeah. So what do we do to like kind of approach that? Like, how do we solve for that?
I don't know. If I knew, I wouldn't do it. It's tough. It's just, I guess it's part of the human condition, but it's like, I don't know. I think to me, I feel like it's about momentum. Like, I think if I can do that for a week, it makes the next week easier and next week easier. And before that, and before you know, it's like routine. I think momentum's real in your life.
I think momentum's huge.
Like, I think in previous parts of my life, I've had a lot more momentum in the gym. And there's like other parts of my life, like used to have a lot more momentum in studying like stoicism. I don't even say studying, just like reading about it, enjoying it. Like I'd actually say the gym right now is not super high momentum for me. And I'm not super happy about it, but I'm also in a place where like it doesn't ruin my life like it used to. For the longest, I've kind of looked at myself and almost been like, you're kind of like chubby or overweight or whatever. And it's funny, I was telling you about this earlier. I'm at a point where I miss workouts, like I just do. Work gets in the way, laziness gets in the way or whatever. But I can still look at myself in the mirror and be like, dude, you're fine. Like, you used to want to be the guy who was in shape. So when he slacked off, it wasn't, I'm not getting to where I want to go. I am where I am. And like, I can be comfortable there. And I actually feel like I'm there now. So in a weird way, like, I'm not that upset that I'm not consistent with the gym. I like strive to it now, but I think that's like a healthy place to be. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's healthy too. I think it all goes back to, do you know Simon Sinek?
No.
I feel like I quote this all the time. He wrote a book called Start With Why, right? And it's right there. That's why I pointed to it. And so it's like, what's your why? Like, what was your why behind going to the gym?
I was fat.
And so do you consider yourself fat now?
No.
Yeah. So that why is no longer that driving force, that pulling factor to you. For me, going to the gym, like the majority of it is not about staying like trim or in shape. It's just a byproduct of it. It's like my why for going to the gym, and it's because like one, it helps me mentally clear my head.
Keeps me sane.
Keeps me sane.
That's my why.
But the other why is like I want to go build a good gym community. And so like that's
Okay.
what keeps me going. And so like I think if you kind of refocus your why, you can kind of figure out a lot of that stuff.
It's a funny thing. I get into things like stoicism, or like I've been seeing a lot of Dave Ramsey stuff recently. I don't even remember how I get into it. It just kind of feels like one day I'm in the vortex. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Um, so I think I've just reached a point where I'm like, I almost feel like I've been with my finances specifically, like I've been asleep at the wheel. And then I just kind of woke up one day and I was like, oh, I need to get this together. Because I almost feel like I was at a tipping point. Like I'm like, this could go one of two ways. I could be like everyone else, or I could be different, be sober, take control, and I can go this way. So I think it's like my finances, me being asleep at the wheel was good enough for me to stay comfortable. And then I've been sort of pressed recently. Like I just have less wiggle room. And so it's kind of backed me into a corner, not into a corner. It's just kind of like pressed me a little bit more. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I need to get a system together so then I can use this like temporary like setback and then just launch it into like a permanent game.
That's what makes you different.
How so?
You didn't pick up on all you just said? I'm about to gas you up so much right now. You don't even know. You saw a potential mountain coming and you're careening toward it. And
Yeah.
instead of like hitting that mountain, you raise awareness to it. And your default response wasn't to just let that car keep going to that mountain. Your default response was like, what are some systems and processes that you can put in place to help avoid that and build a better future for you and your fiance?
Yeah, I guess
That is wild.
Yeah.
I love how this is the best. This is why I love you. This is the best thing about you. You're like, oh man, I'm like this slacker kid. I got the college, I got high. Yeah, like that's all true. But like when you have a why and there's a certain purpose in mind, not only do you raise awareness to it, but especially at your age, what are you, 22, 23?
No, I'm 25.
You fucking old fuck.
I know. I'm closer to 30 than I am to 20. That
Oh
really
man,
that really pisses me off.
30, I remember that decade. That's fun. No, but like you're at that age where people would just like let life be and they wouldn't take control of it. Next, you know, they're in a really bad spot.
It can happen real quick, dude.
It can happen. It does happen.
It's like I feel myself at a crossroads right now where I'm like, if I just continue being asleep at the wheel, I'm gonna be middle class forever. I'm gonna have like debt forever, like all this shit. And I'm like, my parents did way too much. Like, well, this wasn't my thinking now, but I'm thinking about it now. Like, my parents did way too much. I care about my girl way too much. All of this, like, to just be passive, and it's kind of ignited like a hope in me too. Because when you find like a system that is proven and it works and it's worked for decades, I think that's something I value a lot too. I don't really buy like fads. Like I know you and me are like, you appreciate stoicism, and I love reading. If you read Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, he says like, think about all the things that have happened before me. And this is the emperor of Rome at the peak of their powers. This is like if you were like, dude, they were kings of the world, and this is the guy at the top with more power than like even U.S. president has today. Like he had supreme power. Like, and you're reading his diary, and he's like, think about what's happened before. People get married, people go to war, people grieve loved ones who pass, people have children, people exercise, people dying together, people joy. And I love reading, and this is another one of these things where I lost my train of thought, but I love reading that things change, but they don't really. We are doing the same shit through a different pair of lens that people were doing 50,000 years ago. And like, I'm not Christian, but I don't know if you told me you've watched Dave Ramsey stuff. Like he talks about like, he brings up a lot of biblical stuff. The biblical stuff that says like, I don't know, for example, like the slave is the person in debt is like the slave to the lender, and things like, even something like, there's something in the Bible talking about like if you diversify your income, like essentially like you're safer. And it's like, they didn't have credit cards, they didn't have banks, they didn't have mortgages, they didn't have all this stuff, and the same principles apply. So I really value that. And I feel like I just went off on another tangent, but I think like when it comes to working out, I value that. Like, what are the things that have always worked? Lift weights, drink water, eat food that you can tell me where it comes from on the planet Earth, move. Like I value that a lot. Like I feel like, especially in today's day and age, like there's so much stuff that it's like, this is the optimal way. This is the blah, blah, blah. You can be blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, tell me what has worked forever, And like you can optimize like once you have the basics down, but like tell me what's worked forever.
Yes.
Tell me what got Marcus Aurelius ripped back in the day. Tell me what got people in Jesus Christ's time rich. Dog, tell me what has worked for years and years and years and years. And then you can optimize once you have that down. But yeah, I think it's a long dissertation, kind of how my brain works.
So why do you think people complicate things instead of just kind of keep it to the baseline? Because you mentioned Marcus Aurelius. They didn't have social media. They didn't have all this technology. You think with more information, we'd be able to get the answers quickly. So why does it seem the opposite?
Why do you think so?
Doom scrolling, distractions, decision paralysis. That's my answer. So I went through 3 things, but decision paralysis. You had too many options to pick from.
Yeah.
And so you never get started with any of them.
You ever hear of why you go to Costco?
Yeah, of course.
You ever notice that they only got like 1 or 2 brands for everything?
Do they?
Look at this next time you go. They don't have. You go to Kroger, you can buy 20 million different types of ketchup. Costco's got like 1 or 2.
Oh.
Because they know that if you pull up to the shelf, you're looking for mustard. You see all these different types of mustards. You're kind of going to stare and you're going to be like, no, like, do I even need mustard? Like, which one do I want? You'll walk away. If you go to Costco, you want mustard. They're like, here's mustard. You grab it and you go. So that's kind of like what you just said. Next time you go to Costco, look at this.
I
dude.
plan to.
Look at this. They have very little options because they know that you know what you want, but you don't want to have to decide which one of what you want.
So I answered decision paralysis. Why do you think people have a hard time getting started with things?
You delay, like procrastination, you delay uncomfortable feelings. So like there's always an uncomfortableness started something. So like if you procrastinate, you don't feel that.
I can hear that. I can see that.
Yeah.
That works. So Alejandro, thank you for talking to us about your background, being a chemical engineering genius, making sure the babies and the lifters are safe and everything. But if you don't mind, we've had enough talking about you. You've had 2 pieces of homework in preparing for this podcast.
Yep.
One of those was picking a date. So what date did we settle on?
You picked March 27th, right?
Yeah, 2024.
Yep.
So what was important about that date?
My birthday.
Your birthday?
Yeah.
All right. So birthday's a big deal for you?
I honestly wouldn't say it's a huge deal. Something about that day. So I was traveling for work. It was the first time I'd never really been around like friends or family for my birthday. Abbott's got a plant in Arizona. It's like a Casa Grande. It's like an hour south of Phoenix. And I remember I was doing some testing with a buddy of mine at work, coworker, and it was just a really good time. I felt very like, have you ever traveled for work?
Yeah.
And like work's paying for everything and everything.
Yeah.
Like you got the rental car. Like it feels nice. It feels really good. You feel like someone on a purpose. You feel kind of important. After a while, it kind of loses its luster because you're like, oh, I gotta leave home. But for some reason, like I just remember like we flew into Phoenix and I got upgraded from like the regular thing that Abbott will pay for. They upgraded us into like a Mustang, like a beautiful, brand new like white Mustang. And so I'm driving this thing. It's like 70 out in Phoenix because we went it was March. It's like 70 out. I'm rocking like Lexia just got me this gray Buckeye hoodie. That's just awesome. It's like I wear it to the gym a lot now. It's just like a big, oversized, like all it just says is Ohio State on it. I'm rocking that, like driving this Mustang. It's my birthday and I'm working. And like I didn't even care. I'm like, I'm having a good time. Like I'm driving through Arizona. It's freaking gorgeous. It's actually where I'm doing my bachelor party. I'm gonna do it in Scottsdale. It's gonna be a good time. But I don't know, man. I just remember that day. I felt very I feel like some people would like be annoyed if they were on a business trip. Lexi was like, I feel so sad. You're all alone. And I'm like, honestly, like we're FaceTiming. Like I'm having a good time. Did something productive at work today. I really like my job. I feel like I'm important. I feel like it's cool. I don't think it drains me. Like I'm driving around this beautiful Mustang. Like I'm getting in and out, not even paid for it. Like it's gorgeous in Arizona. Like it was just a good day. And it was kind of like almost like it's not what you would draw up as like a perfect birthday, but I just remember feeling very like happy and accomplished, and it was just a good time. I mean, like I was out there and I was like, dude, I could live here. I really could. Of course, it's like 70. It gets like to like 110 out there, something stupid in the summer.
A little higher.
Yeah, and like I don't know. I think I'd miss the grass. But anyways, tangent. So I picked that date.
I haven't had In-N-Out in a minute. Would you rate it as like one of the top fast food joints ever?
I think so, but I think it gets a bad rep because it gets hyped up so much that people are expecting like oh, I'm going to In-N-Out for the first time. They expect like gourmet or something. And it's like, not that it's like a incredible best burger you've ever had, but it's like, it's simple, it's fresh. You can tell it's good quality ingredients, but they keep it simple. And it's like, that's why it's so good. Because you eat it, you don't feel bad. Like, but it's not like it's like this 5-star like best gourmet burger you've ever had in your life. It's just fresh. It's like that and Wendy's is not the same at all.
Why did Wendy's just catch a stray there?
Well, it's just, I mean, like Wendy's is Wendy's. I love Wendy's.
But In-N-Out's better?
Yeah, I'd say they serve like two different purposes.
Damn, I miss Wendy's. What's your go-to Wendy's meal?
Spicy chicken nuggets.
Spicy chicken nuggets?
Yeah.
This is fascinating. This is the podcast right before this one. The guy said he likes spicy chicken nuggets.
So good.
I'm JBC guy. You know what JBC is?
Junior bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah, all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah. When back in my former fat kid days, 2 JBCs, regular nuggets, and a small fry. I'm not sure I went the small fry in my head. I was like, that makes
Dog,
sense.
I used to do a Chick-fil-A 8-count nugget meal
Yeah.
with the side sandwich. Or this is the real fattest thing. It's real fat. I used to go to Chipotle, bowl, tortilla in the bowl,
Okay.
bag of chips, eat the bowl, crush up the rest of my chips, roll it, eat a burrito. I'd go to Smoothie King next door and get like $1,000 smoothie called a Vanilla Hulk.
$1,000?
Oh, calories.
I was like, $1,000?
And I would eat all that. Dude, that was so fat. But I was like 18, so like,
I'm confused. So you have the Chipotle bowl, the tree on the bottom.
This could not be
You
what the
eat it all
podcast is
out.
about,
You
dude.
eat all of the Chipotle out.
Half of it.
Half. Okay, I think you ate it all out.
I eat like half of the chips, crunch up the rest of the chips, put it in there, then roll it up and eat like the other half in a burrito.
That sounds delicious.
So fucking fat.
Oh, I'd imagine it's not good. That's not carb load.
Oh my god, that makes me sick thinking about it now.
But it was good.
It was good.
Well, dude, I'm glad you had a good birthday last year. So obviously that corresponds with the bike brain. And so what I'll have you do is I'll have you read the bike brain to yourself as I kind of explain what bike brains are for those who have not heard of them before. Is that all right with you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here you go.
I would like read it out loud.
I mean, no, I'm going to read it out loud. I was going to have you read it to yourself, and I was going to like explain to people. Is that cool?
Mm,
Oh, you're already starting to read. I'll leave it the fuck alone.
I'm sorry.
So bike brains are a tool that I use to help process the world around me. They're generally broken down into one of 3 major categories: mind, body, and spirit. The first is mind. Mind is about creating different mental rooms for yourself, be it the workout room, the chemical engineering room, the football room. We all have rooms that we allocate mental energy toward. The only how to really progress in those rooms is to intentionally enter those rooms and spend time there, developing the right tools and resources to get the job done. The next is body. Body is about taking a 360 holistic approach to your body. It's more than just calories in through nutrition or calories out through exercise. It's also about environmental triggers, your stress levels, the people around you. These all have an important part on your body. And the last is spirit. Spirit's about diving in and reaching out. Diving in to figure out your own code of conduct, be it your own discipline levels or motivation levels, your personal code of conduct or philosophy. And the second part of spirit is reaching out to others, understanding that you can't do this thing called life alone. So Alejandro, did you have a chance to read that?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
I thought it was interesting. I think it's like 2 things that I can improve on.
Oh,
honestly.
thank. All right, so I'm going to read it to everyone so we can all catch up and then hear those. Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
So once again, this is March 27, 2024, and this entry is Spirit. And the title is Give and Take, and this is it. While give and take is known for its idea to have a mutually beneficial outcome, taking the hyphens out leads to 3 words that are all required to shift yourself to the next level. Give, without any expectation of reciprocation. Give gifts, time, knowledge, attention, a helping hand. It's not about the cost of what you give, but the value. Take. Be open to take from others. If someone offers you help when you're in need, take it. If someone offers you a kind deed, just take it. Buy yourself enough to take things people offer. The and is the simplest but the most important. You must give and take. Be willing to give of yourself to others, and be willing to take what you need back from those people. Dive in and ensure you have your code set properly to do both. This hits me pretty hard, but I'm curious about why it hits you pretty hard.
No, I would just say like I'm. It's like I told you, I'm on like kind of on a financial thing, and it's like a journey, if you will. One of the things I really liked about what like Dave Ramsey talks about is like he recommends you give. He's like, no matter where you are, like honestly, you should give, even like not because it's like the right thing to do or anything, but literally like, I mean, it is, but it's like in the Bible, they talk about give because not like essentially what it does to you. And so like, for example, this month, actually, like I would say like I probably there's a lot of stuff in my life right now, like with the wedding coming up, and like just there's a lot of stuff I'm paying for right now, and I'm like I'm in the past I might have been of this mindset of like, oh, I don't make enough, like I need to just find a way to make more, or like cut expenses, blah blah blah. Like just in this, how would you, what's it called when you don't like, it's like a mindset where you don't believe, um, is it like cost some or something like that?
Don't believe in what?
Like you believe that the pie is finite.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
It's
like,
that.
like is there's like the pie is finite, so everyone has to take a piece, and you kind of have to hoard.
Yeah, and I don't have that piece to give. But what I found is I actually gave this month, and it's not, maybe not as much as he like recommends. But I was remember reading Ryan Holiday's book, and he talks about like the most recent one, in Justice, and he's like, you should give, and it's like, how much? Well, I don't know. There's not a right amount, but you should give enough that it hurts. And I did that. Like full disclosure, I donated $50 to like Mid Ohio Food Collective, that like equates to like 125 meals, and I'm like, that's the best $50 I've ever spent. And it creates like this abundance mindset of like whatever I was trying to describe earlier is the opposite of that. It created this abundance mindset of like, oh, dude, you have so much money. Like honestly, I make like, I'm not like rich. I have like an entry level salary, like well, like you know, a good entry level, like what you'd expect probably that I'm making, and I'm like, oh, you actually make a lot. Like, look at what you just did with that. I can't think of another $50 that spent like felt that good. There's not no alcohol, no food, no weed you can buy, no nothing that made me feel as good as that did. So that's what I thought of reading the give, and then the take is like what you were saying. I I sometimes have trouble like just accepting help from people, and I think I need to do
Bro,
that.
same.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah. I have like people say stuff like even in my relationship, like I feel like I can do things like for my significant other, and then literally if the exact same like um it's just if the exact same thing is offered back to me, I'm like, I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to trouble yourself. But if they were to ask me for the same exact thing in reciprocation, I would be like, of course, like I love doing that for you. Like, yeah, like that's what I'm here to do. And I actually think that's like harm to the other person because you're not allowing them to do the thing that you do that you feels good. You're not allowing them to do it back to you. And so I think that's what I took right in that. It's like those two things. And I think I can improve on both of them.
One, I am on the same page with you. Like giving, like it's kind of selfish. It's like because it makes you feel so good
feels so
afterwards,
good,
but it's like
man.
you're doing a good thing, and
It
like I
makes me
don't
want to
mind.
do more.
I know it's like I don't mind being altruistic, especially when I feel good. It's a little selfish, yeah, but like I'm helping people. There's a lot of other ways you can be selfish where people are kind of fucked by your behavior.
It's such a good way to spend your money, man.
It's such a good way.
Like I really want to do more, and it sounds like I'm virtue signaling here, but I'm not. It like literally just feels really good to spend your money just to help other people, and has nothing to do with you. Completely just changes the psychology of how you see money.
So why do you think you and I both have this thing in common of we have problem kind of taking help, especially?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. For me, it's kind of like this kind of is a little personal, but essentially, I don't know if this applies to. Were you the oldest?
Youngest.
Youngest. Interesting. It might still come from the same place. So I've seen someone like a counselor who essentially told me that like I always looked at like the way my siblings asked my parents for stuff as like excessive and like taking advantage of them and like blah blah blah, like not in a bad way, but just like I don't know, like the youngest sibling asking for everything, she gets what she wants, like my like, and so I looked at myself as like I don't need to, I don't want to be like that, I don't want to be a burden on other people. And they said that basically is like my mindset, like when someone offers to help me. I don't really know if that applies to you. Maybe that, like, could you say maybe something like that in your life?
So first I want to say badass that you're talking to people.
Yeah, I mean it's just like I see it as just like a checkup. Honest, it's just nice to have someone like another perspective.
It's a good tool to have.
Same
Just make
reason
sure you're doing well.
The same reason I have a financial advisor. Like honestly, dude, everything's on the internet of how to handle your money. I don't really need a financial advisor, but I just like an impartial second set of eyes.
Yes.
And that's the same reason I see a counselor like I think I see one every couple months. It's just like It's just a second set of eyes to just hear your problems and give you a non-emotional take back.
Dude, I think that's awesome. Like, I was legit gassing
Yeah.
you up over it.
Mhm.
Like, I think it's awesome that you talk to people, because I think a lot of people are, one, scared to do that because, like, I have it all figured out. But, like, you're like, no, I want to make sure I'm doing well. And you see it as a tool to help you get that.
Yeah, at first I felt a little guilty because I was like, there's people who need this more than me. And then I realized that doesn't matter.
So, kind of answering your question, you asked me, like, why do I think I have a hard time taking? It kind of goes with what you just said there. There's people that need this more than I do. I think my big
Yeah.
thing for taking, and it's something that I mentioned in the bike brain too, it's like, learn how to kind of value yourself. I think that's what I said. Let me double check, right? So long ago.
That sounds right.
Value yourself enough to take the things people offer. And for me, it's like, are my problems worth it? You know?
Yeah.
It's like,
I always think
someone.
I've talked to this about this with the I always like, when I have problems, I'm like, I have a big problem with all of my problems are self-inflicted. Like, you're an idiot, dude. Like, there's other people who have things happen to them that are completely out of their control. Like, you've had none of that. You've had it so good. So, like, you're an idiot for having these problems. And she reminds me, A, 99% of people's problems are self-inflicted. B, it doesn't matter. Just because someone got shot in some random part of the world, like, and is hurting right now, that doesn't mean that whatever has happened to you, that was an extreme example.
No, it's good though.
Someone getting shot. I don't know where that came from. But anyways, just because someone has it worse than you doesn't mean that what you're going through doesn't suck. Or you can't improve by dealing with it.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the common thread of where we both.
And so it's like, for me, it's like, my friends are like, oh, you never asked for help. I'm like, because like, I can kind of solve these things myself, you know?
Yeah.
And that's problematic because like, they want to help out. And it makes them feel like we get the same good feeling from giving.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, you know what? I helped out my buddy Dan today. Like, that makes them feel good.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to wait to a point where like I'm in a position where like, I really need the help. You know, I'm like the person who got shot. That's me. I'm like, now I need a ride to the hospital. Even when I was having surgery, I felt guilty asking for something.
Yeah, I was just thinking, if something like that happened to me, I would still feel bad for like a fiance. I'd be like, no, you don't need to stay home. Like, I got it. Like, I'll figure it out.
The anesthesia from the hospital, like, I could not drive home. They're like, hey, you cannot drive home. I'm like, what if I stay here for like an hour? They're like, sir, we cannot medically release you until we talk to your ride. I'm like, and I told my buddy, no, I was like, super nervous.
It's just the stoicism bit, dude. It's the Marcus Aurelius quote. Imagine you're like a soldier trying to storm a castle and you've been hurt. So you need someone to pull you up. So what?
Yeah.
He literally says that. So what?
And the Stoics are huge about accepting help. Like, we're in the whole part of spirit and like diving in and reaching out, like diving in to figure out your own code of conduct, but also reaching out. And reaching out can also mean reaching out for help. And like, it's something that I still struggle with. I have to start valuing myself and say, hey, it's okay to let people help you. Even if it's like a minuscule small task. If someone wants to help me, like, let them, you know?
Yeah, like I've literally, before, I bring up my fiance a lot, but like
that's okay.
I've said like my shoulder hurts or my back is like, oh, these knots are kicking my ass. She's like, you want me to like give you a massage? And I always say no, and I'm like, why? Because I'm like, I don't want you to have to do that for like 20 minutes. Like, but if I was in the other position, I'd be like, oh, let me help you. Because I love you and I want to help you. So then I not only blocked myself out from that, but also her. And giving feels better than receiving, so then I'm actually screwing her over more than me.
That's a good mental frame reshift.
Yeah.
Let me double check one thing. I think the word of the month here, it was shift. So shifting yourself, like shift your mindset, right? So let's both kind of make an agreement with each other. Like, when people want to give, let's shift our mentality of like, we're not taking, we're giving them an opportunity to give. I think that'll help us feel better.
Yeah.
Like, we both feel great about giving things.
And by giving, you know how good that feels.
Yeah. Can we make that agreement?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm down for that.
Okay.
Dude, let's fucking go.
My man.
Thank you for diving into the bike brain with me. I think we both have a good agreement.
Yeah.
Whenever someone's like, hey, I'm going to give something to you, we're not taking, we're giving them an opportunity to give. We're going to shift our mindset and give them the chance.
I think that's a good way. I think that's a good way of thinking of it.
We both have homework.
Yeah.
I dig it. I don't like having homework, but I like it when it helps me grow.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for that. I appreciate that. So Alejandro, we've learned a lot about you. So I am very curious. He said too much. So dramatic he is. So I'm very curious to hear. So what kind of professional or personal development tool do you use to help find your own best path forward?
Okay, you asked me to prep for this. I'm going to give you 3 to 4. I'm going to do it right now.
Oh, dang.
Well, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. I know you like to talk fast. Boy, getting comfortable. Get my pen ready.
These are going to be my like pillars of self-improvement. and I'm gonna draw a line in the sand on this podcast, and I'm gonna freaking stick to them because I tinker too much. So I told you right recently, I've gotten really into looking at finance, like the Money Guy, Dave Ramsey, all this personal finance stuff. So I'm just gonna pick the freaking Every Dollar app. That's Dave Ramsey. I'm gonna just stick to it, and I'm gonna just budget. And because I've tried other ones, but this one I really like the way it's set up. It works with my brain, so I'm gonna do that. And that's going to be my framework, because you can have all these big financial goals, but at the end of the day, all of them are going to boil down to spend less than what you make. It's the same stuff. It's like with lifting, like lift heavy, drink water, eat. Same shit with finance, like budget, live below your means, save, like it's the same stuff. So I'm gonna rock with that. It's gonna be my like financial get right. And then with lifts, this is one I'm a little iffy about, but I've been using with my HSA, I got, which the finance people would tell me not to do, but whatever. I got a year of FitBod, and what I've been trying to do is do a thing. I was telling you about this, where I do push, pull, legs, and then upper, lower. And so basically, I just need to be able to stick to that, because every time I've done these lifts, I know they're good. This is more I need to just get out of bed. Like, don't snooze and don't waste time on the morning on your phone. Dude, when I do that, it's incredible how much time that creates. All of a sudden, I got time to lift, I got time to sauna, I got time to do everything I want to do. So that's going to be my thing there. Where else? 16/8 fasting. I'm going to stick to that.
16 hour, you said 16?
Yeah, 16/8. So like 16 hours fasting, 8 hours eating. I'm going to just stick to that. That just works for me. It's so good. And when I stick to it, it's incredible. And I'm going to try to do that. Like, I weigh around like 190 right now. I'm trying to get down to like 175. Because that's kind of what I was in college. I was shredded. I didn't even really know it. And I see pictures of myself back in college now, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, I had like just ripped abs, and now they're like, they're under there, but they're kind of gone. I've gotten a little fluffy. Not compared to like, general population, but like for me, I want to get back to that weight. It feels good. What was my fourth one? I told you about this earlier. It was like the finance, the gym, the
Starts with a W, ends in a K. WORK.
Oh, work.
I think that was a career work.
Yeah. With work, that's an interesting one. I've always found work very interesting, because you go through school, there's syllabus, do the work stupid, you're gonna get there. Work is so open-ended. I think a lot of people might struggle with this. I struggle with it. Work is so open-ended. I could be in the career I'm in right now, rest of my life, be comfortable. I'd never really get super wealthy. I could get comfortable. I could specialize. I could do the same thing, like what I do, like thermal process validation. It's like niche, but it's like needed. It's this thing. It's the thing that I struggle against. And honestly, my answer to you might be that right now I don't know if I have a good system at work. And maybe that's something I need to do homework on and find, because like, it's the thing I told you I struggle with, where I'm really good at getting out of a hole. And I guess you could say in my work life, like, I've gotten myself out of a hole because I didn't really have a job getting out of school. And then I have a job. And then I kind of slacked off. And now I've gotten myself to, I think, a good baseline. Like, I think I'm a solid, I hate the word employee. I think I'm solid at my job. I'm good at it. I've been to training, like, and now I'm at the point where usually I stagnate. And so I think I got to do some sort of homework with my career to figure out, how do I keep going? Because what got me up to here, I don't think is going to get me to where, in theory, I want to go. So I think I need to do homework on systemizing my work.
Okay.
I think that's the main thing. I'm very process oriented, and I work with processes at work, but I need to find a way to systemize my workday, and then be okay when I fall off of that.
You know something fascinating about the 4 things that you gave?
Mm-hmm.
3 of them have kind of a process kind of built in place, but not the 4th one. And
yeah.
The 4th one, you're kind of.
And that's the one I have the least confidence in.
I wonder why.
Oh yeah, duh. Yeah.
Is that my voice? Yeah. These all have something in common. All 4 of these, be it the finance part of it, be it the workout part of it with the lifts, be it the 16/8 parts with the nutrition aspect of it, and the last one kind of being work. And it kind of goes back to, I think, the big thing you kind of mentioned that you're recently kind of like feeling squeezed with. Yeah. It's like you want to make sure you and your fiance are taken care of. And all these kind of have that in common. Like, you're taking care of yourself to make sure you're kind of operating at peak condition.
Yeah, and I also feel like I'm kind of at an inflection point, because I'm like, that's something I beat myself up over sometimes, but like, I'm 25. I live with my girl. We've got no kids, no pets, nothing. Like, if you're ever gonna figure it out, now's the time, man, because it only gets harder. Um, and you're only gonna add more responsibility, more things draining your time. But I don't know if you're this way, but I've actually found the more I have to do, the more I rise to the occasion.
Yes.
So like in college, the time I really locked down on like school and the books and everything was actually when I got a job. And it goes back to this abundance mindset kind of versus whatever the other one is. Scarcity, that's what I was looking for.
Scarcity.
When I had those 15 hours of working, I served wine tastings at Cooper's Hawk. One of my favorite jobs I've ever had. Made so much money, dude. You got no idea. It's like adding those 15 hours in, it forced me to get the rest of my school life in order. So I'm like, okay, this is due then, this is due then, this is due then, this is due then. I actually got better at school and was more productive and made more money. So I think maybe I have to find whatever that looks like for my job.
Yeah, because you have it for the other three things.
So maybe I just need to take, I don't know. This is something I can kind of figure out off camera, but like I need to find whatever that evolution I had with school. I can almost say I'm at a similar place in my career. And I think I need to find something that just gives me that kicking the ass. It literally just like forces me to lock in with the other stuff. Because I got plenty to do right now. But it's like maybe I just need to fill more of my day with stuff. So then that like I force myself to lock in on the other stuff and actually do that better than if I just had all this time. I'm glad that you felt the same because I'm like, if you give me less to do, I'll do less and do it worse.
Yes. If I have a relatively full schedule, it's like I know that 24 hours is going to be in a day, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I can't snap my fingers and magically it becomes 25 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, unless you really time falling back, like daylight savings time, right? That's only time, maybe, but
Yeah.
I'm probably out partying when that happens. But like, if I have my schedule kind of filled to do things, it's like, all right, I know I can't throw away time.
Yeah.
Because if I throw away time, I'll be letting down myself because I'm not hitting certain goals. And I'll be letting down other people because I'm likely not going to be able to follow through on something that I said I would do. And me sticking to the things that I say is a huge like value of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And so like it kind of hits that code trigger over and over again.
Okay.
And so I think we're on the same page with that. And what I like the most about just like one, you being here, and two, I think you're the first guest ever to not have it all figured out, like all 4 steps. And I think that's fucking fantastic because none of us are perfect people.
Mm-hmm.
What you do have, though, are 3 great things that are backed by processes and one that is like a work in progress. No matter what, like, you know, the whole Japanese philosophy of Kaizen?
Yeah.
Consistent incremental progress, consistent improvement. And so it's like, yeah, we're all working to get better. I don't have it all figured out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm never going to have it all figured out.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned a lot from you. And that's because like you're being open and honest with me.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad you didn't give me some like bullshit like, oh, for work, I'm going to blah, 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 reports.
Yeah, I mean, it
Like,
was
it's not real.
I kind of had the moment just like talking about it out loud. I'm like, I don't know. I actually kind of probably do need to systemize my work because that's where I do my best work. So,
and I think raising awareness of that is huge.
And I don't know how I figure that out, but I don't know. Well, I will put it to work because I feel the motivation to do so, and like I really want to. But I don't know what that is today, and I think I'm cool with that.
I think you're very cool with that.
I think I could figure that out over time.
But it sounds like work is going to be important for your future and also your fiance's future.
Yeah.
So you have 4 things that are kind of like future oriented. 3 of them have clear processes in place. And then the 4th one is still a work in progress.
Yeah. And that's probably the most complicated one.
Of course it is.
It's so open-ended, but I think that's just something I got to figure out.
It's only complicated because you haven't put enough time into it yet. But once you put time into it, I think it's going to become a lot more clear.
Yeah. I just want to be more intentional. Like stop like letting it come to me and like have I don't know. You know.
You want to take the wheel.
Yeah.
Like the whole ship metaphor is like if you're on a cruise ship, right? Like if you're the captain, like if you see the captain's like walking around, it's like, well, who's at the wheel? Who's at the helm? You know,
autopilot.
Autopilot's like, all right. What if you don't have autopilot? I'm thinking like back.
That's a shitty cruise ship.
All right, you're destroying my analogy. But like, imagine like it's the ship of your life, right? Like if you're just like not at the helm of your ship, it's like, all right, we're just gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
You run to a reef or two, you'll bounce off, the ship will get damaged. But sooner or later, one of those reefs are gonna take down your ship.
Yeah.
And either you'll die.
Yeah.
Dramatic, I know, but it's true.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna be so out of condition that you're not able to continue this thing called life.
Mm-hmm.
And like those are shitty places to be in. And so what you're doing is putting in tools and kind of like processes, the $Every app, the Fitbot, the 16x8, and then like whatever you're gonna do for work to make sure you stay at the helm of the ship.
Yep.
I think that's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
So if someone's looking to do what you do, what would you recommend to them?
What do you mean?
As far as like implementing these things, these pillars.
What would I say? I'm trying to picture myself. I would say those are awesome things. I say you're easily going to see results with all of them. And I would just say, maybe this is why I struggle with it, because what I would say to the other person is just like, listen, man, stay consistent. But I think what I think would help someone is like kind of cheering them on. Like, dude, that's so awesome that you do that. Like, I remember one of my roommates in college, like, he talked about like having the Daily Stoic one day. And I got so fired up. I was like, dude, yeah, read that every day. Like, that's so awesome for you. That's all that. So I think that's what I would do to someone else. It's just like, I'd be happy to see them doing that. I'd be like, dude, I hope you stick with that. Like, I know you'll see results. Like, I think I got to do that to myself. But I don't know. How do you do that? Just talk to yourself in the mirror? Like,
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe get better at hyping myself up, I guess. But yeah, I think that's what I would do to someone else. I think I'd just say, dude, I'm really happy for you because I know those things work. So just keep at it and you'll get there.
Do you know who David Goggins is?
Yeah, of course you do. Of course,
That guy there.
Of course I do.
So in his book,
Who's gonna row the boats?
Who's gonna carry the boats? You're gonna get us canceled.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking of Minnesota.
What?
University of Minnesota. They got like their coach always says like he talks about like rowing the boats.
Yeah, who's gonna carry the boats?
Yeah.
You're not gonna get me canceled for misquoting David Goggins. He will run here from California to Ohio.
Dude, he's the goat.
Just to beat our ass.
Videos are so good.
But one of his big things is the accountability mirror. And so like he has accountability mirror, like he talks himself in the mirror. Like he has a whole alter ego. Goggins. It's not David Goggins, it's Goggins. And Goggins comes out, you know shit's about to get real. Like he'll self-talk to himself.
I think I could do that. I think I have the ego to do that.
Yeah. And it's good. But just going back to what you said, like you encourage me a lot. Like you hype me up whenever I talk about the Daily Stoic. Like you hear people talk about like stoicism and everything, but then you tell me about these books. I'm like, man, that's awesome. And then you tell me like you got excited about the book coming out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, dude, I got it pre-ordered.
So like
My favorite author is the GOAT.
You have an impact on me. And so that's something we could do better about, like encouraging each other about, like you said, cheering them on. I want to cheer you on and hope you cheer me on too. If
I'll
not,
see you on to get rid of them audiobooks, dude.
what's wrong with an audiobook?
It's TikTok reading.
All right. Testing my patience. It's fine. Audiobook is the same thing as reading a novel.
No, it's not.
It's just through your ears.
No, it's
instead of your
not.
eyes.
No, it's not.
What's the difference between your ears and your eyes?
I'm telling you, if you read a book and you then like go listen to an audiobook and then really, or you can do it with the same book, like you'll whatever. We're getting sidetracked.
You started this. You're the one who chose violence.
You don't retain as much information as an audiobook.
Yeah, you just rewind.
Because you're doing something else.
1,000%.
You don't sit there with an audiobook and just listen. You're doing something else. You're distracted. I mean, you're reading. You can't read and cook dinner at the same time, but you can read and listen to you can cook dinner and listen to an audiobook.
Yeah, multitasking works for everyone.
Your brain can't do it.
Says no, multitasking sucks.
Anyway, where were we?
You have a name to come up with for this framework.
Name.
Color system that you have.
For like all four of them?
I don't know. Yeah.
It's called steady state.
I like how you had to pretend like you were thinking about that. You had that one ready.
No, I didn't.
You just came up with that off the top.
Well, it's an engineering system. When a system's at steady state, that's like, so like imagine you have like I don't know, just picture like a some sort of processing system. Like you got a tank, you got pipes, stuff's flowing in, stuff's flowing out. Well, at some point it's like just idle. There's nothing in there, and then stuff starts flowing in. And then eventually starts flowing out, and then blah, 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 and it's coming in at different speeds, blah, 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 and then you reach a steady state. And then it's just going. And what's going in is coming out, and it's like the rate of things doesn't change, it's just steady. That's like, in my ideal world where I have these four systems, like that's what I chase, is like a steady state. You don't need something dramatic, you just need like a steady, like a I'm doing this every month. I'm doing this every day. Like I'm working out. Like I'm at a steady state and a point where it's on automatic and I'm not thinking about it. Like it's what I do. I think you get the vibes.
You know what you just came up with that off the top of your head, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Well, it's just the way my brain works. It's like I think in processes. I think in systems.
It's not annoying. It's just fucking fascinating and impressive.
Well, I don't know. It's got its downsides.
I'm sure everything does. That's good stuff, man. The steady state. That's fucking fantastic.
You hear people talk about the flow state. Like the most successful people aren't. I mean, maybe I'm like overgeneralizing, but like if you picture yourself in a flow state, are you like straining and doing like 100% of your potential? No, you're You're smooth. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Like, that's what I'm chasing, I think.
I think that's a great thing to
And
chase.
that's steady state.
And every one of these presents like a challenge that's just out of reach. So you're not choosing something that's impossible. You just have to like do it over and over and get to the
Be
point where your
intentional
body
about
does it.
Uh,
I think it's fucking fantastic.
uh.
So,
It's a lot of word salad, but if I don't do it, then it's just word salad, though.
I mean, I hear salad's good for you though.
It's rapid food.
It is.
No.
Do you order salads when you go out to restaurants?
No.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Well, if you go to Dewey's,
Pizza?
yeah,
To get a salad.
well, before the pizza, dude, I'm telling you, get the house salad. It's so good. It's so good.
But there's less space for pizza then.
No, I don't think it's like that. It's like a nice bed.
All right.
It soothes your stomach before you just destroy it.
I'm gonna get Dewey's salad.
House salad.
House salad.
It's like I think it's like goat cheese with like roasted pine nuts, like cranberries, balsamic, and like, oh my god, dude, it's so good.
No, I really want that.
It's really good. You
Do
should
I get that instead of pizza or to get both?
No, you get both.
All right.
You have it, and then you have the pizza after.
All right, so I'm gonna get Dewey's pizza.
Yeah.
I'm usually an Adriatico's person.
Adriatico's a slaps.
Do they
It's
have
good.
the salad?
I don't know. I've
I'll
never
find
got
out.
some.
All right, we'll figure it out. So Alejandro, as we're winding down here, do you have any closing comments for the people that are listening?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't have it as figured out as I sound, and also life's not deep, and we're all gonna die one day. So you might as well have fun while you're here.
Memento mori. Remember
Yes.
that you will die.
Yes,
Dude, I dig that. Enjoy the life now.
it ain't that deep.
It ain't that deep. Have fun.
There's a Junior Soprano quote. You hating on the Sopranos? This is all time stuff, dude. Junior's the best quoter ever. He says, Tony's talking to him about his boss problems, and Junior says, "That's what being a boss is. You steer the ship the best you can, the best you know how, and you find your pleasures in the meantime." I think that's life. That's my closing comment to the audience. You steer the ship the best you can, the best you know how, and you find your pleasures where you can.
I dig that.
I think that's life.
Dude, I dig that. Well, you know you're coming back, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right, sir. Until next time.
My man. Oh, dab me up, dude. What are you doing?
Dab you up.
Dab me up, fool.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.
Thank you for watching and listening to today's episode. Chances are you're looking to embark on your own personal development journey. I'm not going to lie to you. True personal development is hard, and it's supposed to be hard. That's because you're not only changing who you are, but how you operate. The aim of this podcast is to give you a community of people that are striving to do the same. So like and subscribe to the channel, but more importantly, comment below on how you plan on using today's tool to find your own best path forward. We'll see you next time.